I know what you're thinking. What's in the box? Okay, so I'm no Brad Pitt, but anyway, I decided to do an everyday carry video. So I'm going to show you what's in here. This is like something I throw in my glove box or throw in my backpack, and it's good stuff for all occasions, or at least a handful of occasions. A little duplication, a little bit of this and that. First of all, let's start with the case. This is, I mean, it's pretty solid. It's like one of those hybrids between a hard side and a soft side case. And it's got a zipper and a little lanyard thing. You can hang it on something. And we'll just go into it. But I paid $3 for this thing at one of those places that resells Amazon returns, so that was pretty cool. One of those places that the price goes down every day until it's all gone, and then they take a day to restock. Anyway, let's see what I'm a carrying. Okay, well, we'll start down here. A pair of nitrile gloves, always handy. Grease Monkey is a really good brand. There are some other ones other than, Grease Monkey. There's Raven and Venom Steel. Those are a little pricey, but anyway, I've got my, other than the one I carry in my pocket, I put a Milwaukee Fest back in here, and I have a video on this, so if you want to see all the features and everything, go look at that video. But basically, it's a utility knife with a bottle opener and screwdriver, and got a place for a lanyard on its own. Next, we've got my Stubby. It's a Stubby screwdriver with well, this one has like Phillips and flathead bits, but I've got one that has Torx, or I've got like Torx bits elsewhere. You can switch these in and out, obviously, with anything, but these are WIA bits. WIA. I'm gonna say WIA. Anyway, it's got like 4 different sizes of Phillips and 3 different sizes. Well, yeah. Well, I guess that's, yeah, 4 different sizes of Phillips and 2 different flathead sizes. So that fits in there, along with my Milwaukee, well, they call it an Inksol, but it certainly writes on anything. Basically the Milwaukee version of a Sharpie, and it's got a fine point. If you're wanting to see that, it's pretty fine. Oh yeah, you see where that Pittsburgh pliers got me. Ugh, hate those things. Okay, anyway, let's see, we've got a Bauer Quantum from Harbor Freight light. It does have a magnetic end, so if you're under your hood or something, you can get in there. It is fairly bright. Look out. Oh, wow, some lumens. It's got a lumen or 3, and it's got a clip here in case you need to clip it on something. It's pretty handy, and I can't remember exactly what I paid for it, but these things are, what, 10, 15 bucks. Pretty durable. I wouldn't want to drop it, but got a little bit of super glue left in this tube, but a single-use super glue is great to have in these kits, whether you're gluing together flesh or whatever, in case you need to, in the case there's a wound, or you just need some hand sanitizer. Sometimes you don't carry wipes in your car and you need to get something sticky off your hands. I use this for that. Then I've got 2 precision screwdrivers, 1 Phillips, 1 flathead, and they've got the little things that twist there. It's just a cheap couple in case I have something super tiny. Also, glasses cleaner in a piece of plastic. First of all, if you need a piece of plastic to wrap something in, that's good. But yeah, this is really great for needing to wipe off glasses or whatever if you don't have something. In this, this is just a paper towel. so sometimes you need something disposable. Inside, I have the little tooth flosser pick thingies. Those are great to have, and they can be used for other things. So just kind of a handy dandy. I'll fold that up later. So I've got these. They're little swabs, and obviously a lot of uses for swabs. But if you need to poke somebody in the eye with a sharp stick, boom, sharp stick for eye poking. Urgh. Let's hope you don't ever need to do that. But sometimes you need a stick for a lot of things, like just something to get in some places, tease stuff out from under your seat in the car, or I don't know. It's handy for a lot of things. Okay, let's go to the other side. All right, got your Knipex pliers. So handy for a lot of different things. I like the slip joint. They're a nice little slip joint pliers. Probably the most expensive thing in here, and well worth it. It's very tough, and man, I love these things. I want to get the comfort handle ones as well. We'll see about that. That's down the road. I got allergy meds. Sometimes, especially if you don't have, like, I keep Claritin. It's slow acting, 12 hours, but sometimes you're in a hotel, or if you're in a rural room or hotel somewhere, sometimes you get allergens. I remember going to the lake and being in a trailer, like a mobile home, with in-laws long ago, and yeah, I really needed something, because whatever was in there, some kind of, I don't know, it was really set off my allergies. Also, a lot of people carry Paracord. I like a little spool of leather just with some Scotch tape on it to keep it in order. If you have something hot to the touch, or if you need something to wrap around something sharp, Paracord can be cut. Paracord can melt easier than leather, so just a little leather lace bound up into a spiral. You can use it for a lot of different things, and it's not as strong as Paracord, but you could throw Paracord. There's actually room in here for a few more things, I think. Just a good sized pair of scissors, because sometimes you need leverage and little scissors won't do. You might need scissors instead of a knife, so they can be handy, and they don't take up much room. They're pretty flat. Hand warmer. Sometimes you're just freezing and you just need a hand warmer, so throw one of theirs in there. Big bandage for big cuts and stuff. Very, very important. And of course, regular bandages are handy too. Then I put this in there. I've got a Hyper Tough multi-tool pin set around Christmas time. They were pretty cheap. And this is a little pin. It still has the little rubber tip for now. But if you need a pin or something to mark with, this is pretty handy. It was a spare, like a refill for those. And, you know, I just thought, man, what a tiny little piece of pin. And, you know, you can write like this, so you can kind of grip it, or I don't know. Anyway, good little pin. And then finally, say you're somewhere and you need to stick that light somewhere, and you just can't find anything that'll stick to. This is just a little piece of metal. It does have a 3M sticker on the back. So this was a spare out of like one of those mount your phone places, thing to stick on your phone. And no, but it's great for that, and it's really hard, thin metal. So scraper, or just a lot of different uses for that. So that's pretty much it. It's got this one pocket and this band over here to hold things in, and I'll put everything back for you guys. But you know, just a quick little carry. This is probably very cheap. Like I said, the Knipex pliers are probably the most expensive thing in here, and everything else was pretty inexpensive. I see people do these with Olights and really expensive stuff. Everything costs like $50 for every little thing you put in here. Well, you know, this is a really cheap way to do it. You have a lot of little useful items, And you know, this big pile of things like fits in this tiny case. So I mean, it's pretty great. So really inexpensive way to do an everyday carry little pocket case. So let me know what you think, and thanks for learning with me.